Internationalization in education is an important trend for numerous universities in the world. Since the first foreign university set up its campus in Vietnam in 2000, the number of foreign universities has gradually been rising, providing wide ranges of programs for undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD. For example, RMIT, British University Vietnam, Greece University Vietnam, Raffles International College. It is easily noticeable that there are increasingly demands for international degrees in Vietnam. Besides, a lot of universities have been looking for teaching partnership with Vietnamese universities. Those have exposed Vietnamese students to internationally modeled training models as well as gain better learning experience. Ms. Helen Foster, head of the Partnership Development at the University of Nottingham, has been to Vietnam in 2009, and this time she came back to run the first UK-Vietnam Teaching Partnership Forum, held in National University on June the 22nd.
Okay, Mrs. Helen, how long have you been living in Vietnam?
I've been visiting Vietnam for 1 day this time, and before in 2009 I came to give a conference paper.
So just 1 day? Have you got
1 day
chance?
this time, but in 2009 I was here for about a week.
Mm-hmm. So have you have a chance to taste some kind of cuisines of Hanoi last time?
That last time and this time, fantastic food, some of my favourite food in the world. Very fresh, very tasty, lots of herbs.
Mm-hmm. So this time you came to Vietnam, so I want you to give us some kind of brief information about your university and some kind of partnership program that university are providing.
Okay, well, I'm here in Hanoi to run the first UK-Vietnam Teaching Partnership Forum. We've done this today. It's been based in Vietnam National University, and we've done this in partnership with VNU and the British Council. And the event was basically about teaching partnership development and the best practice in this area, and we had over 60 attendees this morning. Mm-hmm. The University of Nottingham is in the top 1% of the world universities. We're a research-led university and part of the Russell Group, which is a prestigious group of institutions in the UK.
So which majors are your strengths of your university? In terms of these majors, what kind of majors would make your university different from other universities in United Kingdom?
At the University of Nottingham, we have over 340 undergraduate programs and over 360 postgraduate taught master's programs, as well as PhD programs. And we have 5 different faculties. So we have arts, we have the law and social sciences, we have medicine and health sciences, we have engineering, and we have a science faculty.
So are there any of your campus university in Asia countries?
Yes, we have 2 universities abroad, and I think that this is what makes the University of Nottingham unique. Mm-hmm. It's our internationalisation strategy that we like to think it goes throughout all of our activities. But one of those activities is the 2 campuses that we have in China and Malaysia. Our Malaysia campus has been open for 12 years, our China campus since 2004, and we've got nearly 10,000 students at those campuses now.
Mm. So are there a lot of the Asian students in your United Kingdom campus?
We do have a lot of students from Asia, particularly from Malaysia, from China, and from Hong Kong, and we've got many from Vietnam too.
So do you have any comments on their quality, or their lifestyles, or their studying methods?
They fit into our culture very well. We do a lot of work in the international office, student support to try and welcome students from Asia and to get them settled in, and we provide support throughout the years that they're here.
So can you please tell us about the difference between the training models in the UK campus and the Asian campus, especially in Malaysia and China?
Yeah. Well, our campuses in China and Malaysia are branch campuses. So the degrees that the students get from the China and Malaysia campuses are exactly the same as the degree that they would get from Nottingham. Indeed, the certificate actually says the University of Nottingham on it. Okay, so all of the quality assurance is done through the UK. So the students are getting the same learning outcomes that they would get if they were studying for a degree in the UK, and all the degrees are actually taught in English.
So, are there any difficulties for your university to apply your training models in Asian campuses?
No, we've got high demand in those countries, and the campuses have been very successful, as you can see from the numbers. So it seems that in country there is a demand for a UK degree.
Mrs. Helen, I know that there's a lot of foreign universities have built their campuses in Vietnam. So if suppose that your university build your campus in Vietnam, what kind of strategy that your university will apply?
Well, at the moment we've got campuses that are already established in China and Malaysia. So for now, at the present time, we're not looking to develop our campuses beyond those two countries, but maybe in the future that will change. What we are really interested in doing is working with Vietnamese universities to create teaching partnerships. So these are basically partnerships where students would split their time between Vietnam and the UK, or indeed our campuses in China and Malaysia. And we would be interested in working with Vietnamese universities at undergraduate level, at postgraduate level, and at PhD level.
So what kind of strategy will your university use, or some kind of promotional advertising program to attract the undergraduate students or postgraduate students?
Well, we look forward to working with Vietnamese universities to find mutually beneficial relationships and collaboration. So at the moment we have one really successful programme with the International University in Ho Chi Minh City. That's attracted over 200 students so far, and it's kind of a twinning programme. So students do 2 years here in Vietnam and then move to either the UK or our Malaysia campus to finish off their degrees. And they study a choice of engineering or biosciences or business degrees.
So that will be very convenient for the students, right? When they enroll in this kind of partnership program.
It's very beneficial for the students because they get the chance to study in 2 countries. And some students would quite like to come to the UK for a period, but because of the costs of living in the UK, maybe they couldn't afford to come for the whole period. So this gives a way of coming to the UK for a shorter period, but still obtaining a UK degree.
I'm very curious about why did your university choose 2 Asian campuses in Malaysia and China? So can you share with us more about it?
Okay. Well, the University of Nottingham had got a long history of attracting students from China and from Malaysia, so we've got very strong alumni networks there. The other thing is that the actual countries themselves were encouraging foreign institutions to set up campuses there.
So why does your university choose some university in English-speaking countries like Australia or New Zealand?
I think for both of the reasons that those countries were welcoming UK degrees, and also we knew that there was a demand for a UK degree in those countries.
So if your university are planning to expand your campus into Vietnam's university, so which city will your university choose?
Well, at the moment, we're not looking in the very near future to open another campus beyond the countries that we're already working in China and Malaysia, but that might change in the future. And in terms of teaching partnerships, we're really looking at working with universities based all over Vietnam, including Ho Chi Minh, in Hanoi, in Da Nang, and in North Vietnam.
So what kind of students in Vietnam will your university aim at?
We are looking to set up partnerships at undergraduate level, so twinning degrees, or postgraduate level, say joint master's degrees, where perhaps they spend 1 year here in Vietnam and then 1 year in the UK, China or Malaysia. And we also are looking at doing joint PhDs, particularly with our Malaysia campus.
So what do you expect from opening a university in Vietnam?
What we really hope from working in Vietnam is that we will collaborate with good universities in Vietnam to bring about mutually beneficial partnerships, teaching partnerships. And often these teaching partnerships can springboard into research relationships, and we do hope that that will happen in Vietnam.
Thank you so much, Ms. Helen Foster, for taking your time.
Thank you very much.
It is my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.